Kylie Minogue and here I am at the Tokyo Dome in Japan, getting ready to do my first ever live performances. So I'd love you to join me. This is used as a sports arena a lot of the time, so the ground's really squishy. Producing a show like this is a little bit like piecing a mosaic together. Coordinating the music, the choreography, costumes, lighting, making sure the stage is set and the sets are built. Uh-oh, they've built more. I've got to look around.
Kylie's incredible touring journey began with the Disco and Dream Tour, her very first live performance series. This ensemble show featured fellow Stock Aitken Waterman acts like Sinita and Dead or Alive, and it supported her first 2 studio albums, Kylie, 1988, and Enjoy Yourself, 1989. The tour kicked off in Asia before heading to Europe under a new title, the Coca-Cola Hitman Roadshow, featuring a fresh lineup of PWL artists. Behind the scenes, Kylie's mother, Carol Minogue, played a pivotal role as the costume designer, a partnership that would continue to flourish throughout Kylie's career. Remarkably, Kylie's live debut included performances in iconic venues like Tokyo Dome, cementing her as a true showgirl from the very start. Despite the relatively simple stage setup, complete with vibrant lighting, a disco ball, a small staircase, and a touch of laser magic, the production had all the elements needed to captivate audiences. This first tour marked the beginning of an unforgettable legacy, setting the stage for Kylie's evolution into one of the world's most beloved performers. Kylie Minogue's Enjoy Yourself tour marked her second major concert series, supporting her second studio album, Enjoy Yourself. The tour kicked off on February 3rd, 1990, and wrapped up on May 26th, 1990, with a total of 21 electrifying shows. By the time the European leg began, Kylie was beginning to assert greater creative control over her image and musical direction. This evolution was reflected in the release of her iconic single, Better the Devil You Know, a career milestone that became a standout encore performance after the Australian leg of the tour. The Enjoy Yourself tour showcased a more refined and structured concert experience, featuring distinct acts and captivating costume changes. The stage design was innovative for its time, including a ramp connecting the left and right sides of the stage and a giant spinning disc, both of which were cleverly incorporated into the performances. Adding to the live music experience, Kylie was joined by male backing vocalists whose voices provided a rich contrast to her own, creating a dynamic and engaging sound.
And of course you get nervous every time there's a single out or you're doing a show or whatever, because you just never know. And it's really hard to keep up with the public and keep giving them what they want. So
Kylie's evolution as an artist took center stage with the Rhythm of Love tour, her third concert series, in support of her third studio album, Rhythm of Love, 1990. Launching on February 10, 1991, the tour took Kylie across Australia and East Asia, showcasing a bold new chapter in her career. This era marked a transformation in Kylie's image, more confident, self-assured, and embracing a sensuality that reflected her growth as a woman and an artist. The choreography became more intricate, highlighting her increasing command of the stage and connection with her audience. The stage design for this tour built upon elements from her earlier productions, incorporating a central ramp and a staircase while placing the band prominently at the center of the setup, giving the show a fresh and dynamic feel. A planned VHS release of the Sydney performance was ultimately shelved in favor of an updated version of the tour, following its extension into Europe later in 1991. The Let's Get To It tour marked the European leg of Kylie Minogue's Rhythm of Love tour, bringing fresh updates to her live show. For this phase, Kylie revised the setlist, assembled a new band, and retained her trusted musical director and choreographer to ensure a seamless evolution of the production. The tour supported her fourth studio album, Let's Get To It, 1991, with performances backed by a team of 5 dancers. The show featured an all-new couture wardrobe designed by John Galliano, including standout pieces like a plastic raincoat. Kylie also elevated the production value by improving the lighting system, which was considered cutting edge for its time, enhancing the visual impact of the performances. Despite its innovation, the tour wasn't without controversy. After the first show, tabloids accused Kylie of mimicking Madonna's Blonde Ambition World Tour aesthetic.
And some people, I know there were comparisons to Madonna. Some people have said that maybe you were looking at Madonna and using her as an influence. Were you surprised at that comparison?
In the beginning, I was quite flattered to be compared with Madonna. Now I'm getting quite sick of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a new Madonna. I'm trying to be myself. I mean, I'm 23. I'm discovering myself personally, let alone the image that I project.
Yeah.
The media dubbed this era Sex Kylie, referencing her daring wardrobe choices and the more mature image she confidently embraced during this period. With no dedicated tour for Kylie Minogue's Kylie Minogue '94 album, songs from it found a place in Kylie's intimate and live tour, her sixth concert tour in support of the album Impossible Princess, 1997. This tour was a celebration of artistic growth and connection, blending past hits with fresh tracks from her evolving repertoire. The show was divided into 4 acts, each featuring distinct aesthetics and themes. The first act opened with Kylie emerging from a multicolored cone. The second act leaned into glamorous Showgirl-inspired props and costumes. The third shifted to a cowboy-inspired motif with the inclusion of the iconic K symbol. The encore brought the house down with a rousing performance of her beloved hit, Better the Devil You Know. The tour was met with widespread acclaim, with critics praising its creativity and intimacy. It also achieved commercial success, with tickets selling out immediately after the announcement of dates and venues, prompting additional shows to be added. Originally planned as an Australian-only tour, Kylie surprised fans by extending it to the UK with 3 special performances at Shepherd's Bush Empire. Musical director Steve Anderson and creative director William Baker, though relatively new to touring, collaborated with Kylie to craft a visually compelling experience. Early rehearsals took place in Fitzroy, Melbourne, where Baker and Kylie developed stage concepts inspired by the personal themes of Impossible Princess. They envisioned a show that would take the audience on an emotional journey, defy expectations, and play with preconceptions.
We always wanted to use the turret, the pink Lycra constructed turret that sits on this Aztec temple, because we wanted some continuity with the album, and that is the central image. And at the middle of this, we always wanted a lit up staircase, because that is what she does. She does lights up staircases.
It's become a known fact and an accepted fact that anyone who's remotely involved with this show goes home with glitter.
Choosing smaller, more intimate venues allowed Kylie to connect deeply with her audience, creating a close-knit atmosphere. This decision was both a nod to her dedicated fans and a gesture of gratitude for their unwavering support during the Impossible Princess era, perfectly encapsulating the tour's intimate title. On a night like this was Kylie Minogue's 6th concert tour, marking a significant chapter in her live performance journey. Announced shortly after her dazzling appearances at the 2000 Sydney Olympics closing ceremony and the Paralympics opening ceremony, the tour capitalized on Kylie's surging popularity. When tickets went on sale in November 2000, the overwhelming demand firmly established her status as one of the era's premier live performers. Drawing inspiration from Broadway classics like 42nd Street, cinematic gems such as Anchors Away and South Pacific, and the timeless elegance of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers musicals, Kylie infused the tour with a blend of theatricality and nostalgia. She also cited Bette Midler as a major influence, channeling the camp and burlesque charm of Midler's stage shows. Directed and choreographed by Luca Tomasini, the production featured an array of elaborate backdrops, each creating a distinct world on stage. Audiences were transported to settings like the deck of a luxurious ocean liner, an Art Deco New York City skyline, and even the futuristic interior of a spaceship. These imaginative designs compensated for the absence of screen projections, as budget constraints led to the use of hand-painted backdrops to convey the tour's visual narrative, something Kylie revealed she had to fight hard to achieve. Musically, the show impressed with its fresh takes on old favorites. Kylie transformed I Should Be So Lucky into an emotional torch song and reimagined Better the Devil You Know as a lively 1940s big band number, earning praise for her creativity and vocal versatility. Alongside these reinterpretations, the inclusion of her newer material solidified the tour as both a celebration of her past and a showcase of her artistic evolution. Throughout the performance, Kylie embodied a superheroine-like presence, dazzling fans with her ability to sing flawlessly while executing high-energy choreography with precision. Her endurance, stage charisma, and vocal excellence proved she was not just a pop star, but an unstoppable force in live entertainment.
No more minutes, everybody. No more minutes.
Well, when I first saw it, it didn't look so high. But I'm teetering, the platform's only that wide, and I'm, as usual, in a tiny pair of high heels. And it's quite high once you're up there.
Kylie Fever 2002 was a groundbreaking tour that set a new standard for pop productions, marking Kylie Minogue's most ambitious and innovative performance to date. The tour was heavily influenced by the Fever album and its iconic music videos, transforming her musical vision into a stunning multi-sensory experience. The stage was a dynamic spectacle, featuring intricate set designs, dazzling costume changes, and cutting-edge technology. For the first time, incorporated projection screens into the performance, with 5 massive displays adding depth to the visual storytelling. The success of the Fever album and its chart-topping singles allowed for a larger budget, resulting in a more expansive production. The stage design included 2 sweeping staircases, with visuals projected across the screens, elevating the show's themes. This cohesive experience blended music, dance, and theatrical elements, creating a larger-than-life atmosphere. Dolce & Gabbana, the Italian fashion giants, designed the wardrobe exclusively for the tour, giving Kylie's costumes a glamorous, futuristic flair. Raphael Bonicella's choreography brought precision and energy to the performances, perfectly complementing Minogue's electrifying stage presence. This was also the first time that she partnered with major sponsors like Evian and Vodafone, marking a new chapter in her career. As her hit single Can't Get You Out of My Head began to climb the charts in the US, speculation mounted about the possibility of an American leg of the tour. However, Minogue expressed hesitation, fearing that US audiences might not connect with her unique style and extensive catalog of music. The tour itself was an extraordinary showcase of showmanship. Divided into 7 acts and an encore, the setlist included 18 songs, each presented within a unique narrative structure. The opening act was particularly memorable, with Kylie rising to the stage dressed in a gleaming robotic suit known as the Kyborg, setting the tone for the rest of the performance.
It was like Doctor Who meets 7 of 9, meets the Borg Queen, meets Metropolis Lady. You name it, you threw it in there, and we had to come up with something. And on top of that, we had to make her look sexy, which is like a real effort when you're like encasing someone in fiberglass. So it was a hell of an interesting job.
I'm meant to be the queen and they are my drones.
The themes of the show loosely explored a vision of a future society where machines dominated and the marginalized reclaimed the streets. It was a journey of humanity's search for love, freedom, and pleasure, culminating in an apocalyptic vision and eventual resurrection, reflecting themes of renewal and hope. Visually, the show took inspiration from cinematic classics such as Moulin Rouge and A Clockwork Orange, merging pop sophistication with theatrical drama. Money Can't Buy was a one-off, exclusive concert held on November 15, 2003, in London to promote Kylie Minogue's Body Language album. True to its name, tickets for the concert weren't for sale. Instead, they were distributed through invitations and competitions, creating a highly anticipated and intimate event. The production cost a staggering £1 million, highlighting its grand scale. Creative director William Baker and art director Alan McDonald, who had previously collaborated with Kylie Fever 2002 tour, brought this vision to life, while Steve Anderson crafted the musical arrangements and Michael Rooney choreographed the dynamic dance routines. The stage was a technological masterpiece, featuring 100 square meters of LED displays that showcased breathtaking animations and graphics, amplifying the concert's visual impact. Kylie wore 5 distinct outfits during the 75-minute performance, designed by renowned fashion houses like Balenciaga, Chanel, and Helmut Lang, which helped define the atmosphere of each concert segment. The show was divided into 4 main segments: Paris by Night, Bardello, Electro, and On Your Bike. The concert opened with Body Language track Still Standing, where Kylie performed atop an 8-meter-long beam suspended in the air, descending dramatically to the stage. Critics praised the sharp energy and innovative staging, and the performance was later filmed and released as Body Language Live.
I'm sorry, I'm snatching you first. How was it?
I've got no idea. Fine, I think.
How was the audience?
Good. I didn't realize until I took my monitors out. Were they like that the whole time? I mean, they were loud.
They were going mental. And finally, was it worth it? Was it worth all the preparation, blood, sweat and tears?
Yes!
Well done.
Showgirl, the Greatest Hits Tour, was Kylie Minogue's 8th concert tour, launched in support of her Greatest Hits compilation, Ultimate Kylie, 2004. It was a commercial and critical success, with the show divided into 8 distinct sections: Showgirl, Smiley Kylie, Denial, What Kylie Wants, Kylie Gets, Dreams, Kylie's, Minx in Space, and an unforgettable encore. The costumes were designed by fashion icons such as Karl Lagerfeld, Julian McDonald, and John Galliano, elevating Kylie's transformation from playful pop star to a mature and daring stage presence. The UK leg was a remarkable success, with tickets selling out in just 2 hours, and the tour grossed nearly $20 million in the UK alone. The Showgirl production was a technological marvel, with movable lighting, stage mechanisms, and advanced visual effects, creating a dynamic environment.
Beautiful piece of kit.
That's a nice piece of kit. It looks amazing.
I mean, fundamentally, the stage is a monster.
It's like its own character, the stage, really. It moves, it's like this little robot.
After the European leg, Minogue was diagnosed with breast cancer, leading to the cancellation of the remainder of the tour, including a headlining performance at the 2005 Glastonbury Festival.
It was very weird last time because, you know, all this was going on. This is like, scarily enough, the moment that everything stopped. I think we got to about this stage. You know, the stage was built and everything was kind of flying up in the air. And then everything just stopped. Like, you know, everything just froze, like the trusses stopped, all the noise stopped, and no one could quite believe it. So it's kind of quite an emotional moment, yeah. It's quite, sends shivers up my...
The Showgirl Homecoming Tour was a triumphant reimagining of the original Showgirl production, marking Kylie Minogue's recovery and return to the stage after her breast cancer diagnosis. Initially planned as an Australian-only tour to make up for the cancelled shows, its success led to 14 additional dates in the UK, while the Asian leg remained postponed. The tour began on November 11, 2006, in Sydney, and concluded on January 23, 2007, at Wembley Arena in London. The performances featured emotional moments, with fans cheering for a full minute at the start of each show, celebrating Kylie's return. The choreography and costumes were adjusted for her comfort, and an intermission was added to ensure she could rest. The production incorporated 4 high-quality screens to enhance the visuals, and the revamped show was met with critical praise. Scenes from rehearsals and behind the scenes were featured in the documentary White Diamond, offering fans an intimate look at Kylie's journey back to the stage. Kylie X 2008 marked Kylie Minogue's most ambitious world tour at the time and remains her longest tour to date. With a production budget of approximately $10 million, the stage featured an elaborate system of video screens, ensuring a stunning visual experience from every angle in the arena. For the South American leg, the stage was simplified due to budget constraints, but the essence and quality of a Kylie show remained intact. The tour transported audiences through distinct, immersive acts, each with its own universe. A standout moment was Kylie riding a giant crystal skull during Like a Drug, symbolizing her triumph over death. Critics across the UK and Europe hailed the production as one of Kylie's best, praising its creativity and execution. Kylie X 2008 premiered on 4 Music in late August 2008 and was later broadcast on Channel 4. In October 2008, Fremantle Media announced the release of a DVD documenting the tour, cementing its place as a fan-favorite spectacle.
So what they're doing now is line checking, so...
We'll go through the little...
We're in the middle of a piece of camera. Do you mind? It's a line check, so before the musos get here.
The For You, For Me tour marked Kylie Minogue's first North American tour, officially announced via Billboard on May 6, 2009. The show featured 6 themed sections and an encore, with costumes exclusively designed by French designer Jean-Paul Gaultier. The tour took place in a mix of outdoor venues, theaters, and arenas, as Kylie and her team were uncertain about the demand for a full-scale arena show in the US. The production drew heavily from Kylie's earlier tours, incorporating reimagined song interpretations, screen visuals, and iconic costumes, creating a blend of nostalgia and innovation. Critics embraced the tour, with San Francisco Chronicle's Aydin Vaziri describing the Oakland concert as part Vegas extravaganza, part sci-fi adventure all flesh, highlighting the captivating spectacle that defined Kylie's North American debut. The Aphrodite, Les Folies tour was hailed as a pop spectacle, divided into 7 segments inspired by Greek mythology and culture. The stage featured an ancient Greek temple wall, 2 runways leading to a B stage with a 3-tiered scissor lift, and breathtaking water effects. Designed by Tate Towers, the setup included 30 water jets, a tilted rotating platform, and aerial performer displays, making it one of the most technically advanced productions ever.
Do this.
Choreographer of the show.
Kylie Minogue.
Clever.
Aphrodite.
This is the walk. This is the walk we've been waiting for. I've started to get a few jitters, which is
Feeling coso.
great.
Very much.
Standing by. Standing by. Big hand for the boss. Big hand for the boss.
Have a good one, everyone!
Fashion designers Dolce & Gabbana crafted the tour's elaborate costumes. At a reported cost of $25 million, it remains Kylie's most ambitious tour to date. The production set a new standard in live pop shows, influencing artists like Madonna and Lady Gaga, with Gaga acknowledging its impact on Twitter. One standout feature was the Rose, a spinning wheel that elevated dancers, and Kylie, for a dramatic rendition of Slow. Another iconic moment saw Kylie flying over the audience atop a dancer dressed as an angel, evoking a stunning Barbarella-esque scene. The show was filmed in 3D over 2 nights at the O2 Arena in London, directed by William Baker and Marcus Viner. A 2-CD LP accompanied the film, which aired on Sky 3D and premiered in cinemas in the UK and Ireland on the 19th of June 2011. It later premiered globally, with screenings in countries like Australia, Mexico, and Brazil. A CD, DVD, Blu-ray release followed on 28th of November 2011, capturing the production's brilliance for home viewing. The tour expanded to North America, visiting Canada, the US, and Mexico. Critics praised the show's grandeur and artistic vision, and it remains a fan-favorite Kylie experience.
So many questions, needing answers. How will it feel me when it hits me?
The Anti-Tour was the 13th concert tour by Australian recording artist Kylie Minogue, part of the K25 project, celebrating her 25 years in the music industry. The tour began on the 18th of March 2012 in Melbourne, Australia, at the Palace Theatre, and concluded on 3rd of April 2012 in London, England, at the Hammersmith Apollo, consisting of 4 shows in Australia and 3 shows in the United Kingdom. In stark contrast to Minogue's previous tours, which were known for their elaborate productions, the Anti-Tour saw the singer performing B-sides, demos, and rare tracks in smaller, more intimate venues. The setlist was a celebration of her deep catalog, with no major hits, offering fans a rare glimpse into Kylie's lesser-known work. The tour was a minimalist experience, focused on stripped-back performances, showcasing her ability to deliver an exceptional live show without the need for a grand production. The Kiss Me Once tour was officially announced in March 2014, with the first European dates revealed, followed by Australian dates in June. The tour's staging, inspired by Bauhaus architecture and club settings, was simpler and less elaborate than her previous tours, featuring a runway, a B-stage, and a series of structural beams. Unlike her previous tours, such as X and Aphrodite, the Kiss Me Once tour did not focus heavily on songs from her 2014 album, Kiss Me Once, opting instead to spotlight her greatest hits. One of the standout features of the tour was its lighting, which earned the Kiss Me Once tour an award for Best Lighting Design. The tour grossed $17 million and sold 186,813 tickets across 28 shows in Europe, placing it at number 96 on Polestar's 2014 year-end Top 100 Worldwide Tours list. A version of the show was also used for Kylie's performance at the 2014 iTunes Festival. Summer 2015 was a series of shows presented by Kylie Minogue. It was a reworked version of her previous Kiss Me Once tour, featuring a revamped setlist, new songs, updated costumes, and fresh screen visuals. This marked Kylie's first festival tour, and it received positive reviews from most critics. Following her show at Haydock Park Racecourse, Tom Belger of the Liverpool Echo gave the performance 4 stars, calling it a triumphant return to Merseyside. A Kylie Christmas is a series of Christmas concerts performed at the Royal Albert Hall in London in support of Kylie Minogue's 13th studio album, Kylie Christmas 2015. The first show was held on the 11th of December 2015, followed by 2 dates on the 9th of and 10th December 2016. Minogue performed primarily songs from Kylie Christmas and its reissue, Kylie Christmas Snow Queen Edition, along with some of her classic hits. The television special was first broadcast on Sky Arts on the 17th of December 2015 and later aired on Sky One on Christmas Day. To coincide with the release of Kylie Christmas Snow Queen Edition, the concert film was made available on iTunes and Apple Music on the 25th of November 2016. The show was a celebration of the festive spirit, elevating camp to the maximum, as Christmas should be. Kylie Presents Golden was announced in February 2018, coinciding with the release of her album Golden. Shortly after, a larger arena tour, the Golden Tour, was announced, with confirmed dates in the UK and Ireland. Minogue revealed that the shows would be split into 2 halves, featuring an interval and a narrative woven throughout.
And with the album, I think it's reached a point where I just kind of was stripped down and said, well, okay, I got nothing except what I bring to this album. And we're breaking the show into 2 halves. So it's a story of 2 halves. There's a thread of a story. I mean, it is, come to think of it, it's quite different. We've got sections as you normally have in a show, but we want it to, have a narrative throughout it.
The tour received widespread acclaim, with Simon Duke from The Evening Chronicle giving the opening night in Newcastle 5 stars, praising the visuals that evoked a picture-perfect postcard of the Wild West. The Golden Tour was also a commercial success. According to Billboard, the 3 concerts in London's The O2 Arena grossed $3.4 million, selling 30,100 tickets, placing her in the top 10 for the biggest concerts of September 2018. Footage from the tour was filmed and released as Golden Live in Concert on the 6th of December 2019. The tour holds a special place for many fans, not only for its beautiful storyline. Following the journey of a broken-hearted woman on a 1960s U.S. road trip, ultimately finding healing and strength in Nashville, where Kylie's Golden album was conceived. But also for the clever Easter eggs, like Kylie running through Joshua trees, receiving a wake-up call, and embracing her new persona, Pearl. The stage design was immersive, featuring a unique G-shape with large semi-cubical screens that added to the experience, while one of the most unforgettable moments included glittering confetti raining down on the audience, creating a magical and unforgettable atmosphere. Summer 2019 was Kylie Minogue's second festival tour, supporting her greatest hits album, Step Back in Time, The Definitive Collection, 2019. It began on the 20th of June 2019 in Kingston upon Thames, England, and ended in Sao Paulo on the 7th of March 2020. The tour included a landmark performance at Glastonbury Festival 2019, where she headlined the Legend slot, becoming the most viewed performance in the festival's history with 3.9 million viewers. The show incorporated elements from her Golden Tour alongside new props and video content, making each performance feel fresh. Her Sao Paulo concert marked her final show before the global lockdowns in 2020. Infinite Disco was a live stream concert that premiered on the 7th of November 2020, showcasing songs from Kylie Minogue's Disco album, along with remixed hits from her past. Directed by Rob Sinclair and Kate Moras, the 50-minute performance featured choreography by Ashley Wallen and was streamed multiple times to accommodate global audiences. The show was designed as a cosmic disco experience with mesmerizing laser effects and special visuals, offering a creative alternative to a traditional tour during the global lockdowns. The concert was released on CD, DVD, Blu-ray, and LP in 2021 and 2022.
Listen, can you hear that distant calling?
More than just a residency, also known as Kylie Minogue at Voltaire and Kylie Vegas, was Minogue's first concert residency, developed over 3 years and staged at the exclusive Voltaire venue. Minogue described the show as being in the right place in her career, offering an intimate yet glamorous experience for fans. The residency sold out quickly, with additional dates added due to overwhelming demand. The 1-hour show was designed as the centerpiece of the Belle de Nuits events, with a stage layout that featured a catwalk extending into the audience, allowing Kylie and her crew to have eye contact and interact directly with the crowd. The intimate setting, holding just 1,000 people, created a personal connection between the artist and the audience. Kylie would sometimes walk through the crowd, even performing over tables, offering an immersive experience. The stage, without partitions, allowed for easy movement between the stage and the audience, blurring the lines between performer and viewer. The venue's Art Deco design set the mood, complemented by high-profile burlesque acts and immersive special effects like laser beams, aerial acrobats, and glass globes moving up and down, all synchronizing with Kylie's performance. The residency elevated the concert experience, making it a memorable and unique chapter in Kylie's career.
Lights, camera, action, that's it.